Right? I mean, they talk about clean coal. I mean, I don't make this stuff up. I mean, many of you, it's Vermont, many of you don't have televisions, I understand. But if you had one, you would be exposed to this every day. It's unbelievable. I mean, they run these ads about clean coal and all this stuff and how green they're. The biggest polluters in the world, the people who are cooking the planet for money and don't care, but they do this, and you have to point it out. But so we have our own innovation to do. How do we balance the wisdom of the earlier stages of environmental activism with these new challenges so that we can begin to deploy wind energy and solar energy and biomass and smart biofuels, right, without falling into the trap of industrializing the last remaining parts of our wilderness. This is tough. And you need an organization that is as sophisticated as the problem it's trying to solve. That's why I'm here. This is an organization that is as sophisticated as the problem it's trying to solve. People make fun. Oh, well, they're too nuanced. They're not bombastic enough. We need some bombastic stuff. I'll do that, tomorrow. But we also need wisdom and judgment and experience and the ability to listen. We need the NRC. That's what we need for the next 50 years. We need NVRC for the next 50 years and groups just like it. So give them a round of applause. Let me say two more things before we take some questions from some of the young people. This will take me a minute, but I want to get to it. Two other areas of innovation that we have to have internally: our coalition model and our model of political power. I would not waste your time after the past 3 or 4 years and pretend like we got it right at the national level. We didn't. And I want to tell you what I think we have to learn going forward. First of all, our opponents are serious. They're willing to spend a lot of money. They're willing to tell a lot of lies. And we have to be big enough to change policy at the national level. And that cannot be done only by people who think exactly the way that we do. Our coalition has to have as its center a new economy that can work better for more people than the last economy. In other words, the promise of the green economy has to be that we can deliver more work, more wealth, and better health to ordinary people. More work, more wealth, and better health. The promise that we have to deliver on in Vermont so we can brag on it in the other 49 states is the exact promise that the governor stood up here and made. That's because of our environmental commitments. It's because we don't throw away the beauty of our state that we have more jobs and a better economy. More work, more wealth, and better health. When I did my work in Oakland, and I was helping young African American and Latino boys mostly get off the street, get out of the gang life, people were shocked because they realized that we could fight pollution and poverty at the same time in Oakland if we took those young men and those young women and taught them to put up the solar panels, taught them to retrofit the houses, taught them to run the community gardens. If we took the young people who most needed work and connected them to the work that most needed to be done, we could fight pollution and poverty at the same time and bring together civil rights, anti-poverty, environmentalists, labor, and business and have a coalition that could win. That's what we did in Oakland. That's what we did in Oakland. It was as simple as saying we don't have any throwaway resources, we don't have any throwaway energy, but we don't have any throwaway children in neighborhoods either. It's all precious. That kind of environmentalism can win. Yes, no throwaway species, no throwaway resources, but no throwaway children or neighborhoods or nations. That environmentalism can win. An environmentalism that says it's not just about creating new high-end products that the wealthy can spend more money on. The new environmentalism is also about helping ordinary people earn some more money and save some more money. That has to be at the core of our values. And when it's not, our opponents take advantage. And they paint us as eco-elitists engaging in eco-apartheid. They paint us as eco-elitists, that as long as you have enough money to go to Whole Foods, you can be a part of it. But in my neighborhood, we call Whole Food whole paycheck because people can't afford to go to Whole Food. But when you begin to lead with CSAs and community gardening and the programs to get the public schools to buy the organic food so you can get that good food into the bellies of those children, low-income parents say, this is a movement for me. Low-income parents say, this movement cares as much about my child as they care about anything else in the world. We have to focus on work, wealth, and health. Last thing I want to say is something about political power. As you know, I got a chance to work in the White House for 6 months. Best 6 months of my life, followed by the worst 2 weeks. So I identify with you, Elizabeth. But I learned something about political power and how it works. And I don't blame the Koch brothers for spending all that money to stop us from doing cap and trade and stuff that we were trying to get done. I don't blame the Koch brothers for spending all that money with the AFP, Americans for Prosperity, to come after me. They're supposed to do that. That's their job. I blame us. See, I'm not so mad at the Tea Party and those folks for getting so loud. I'm frustrated at the rest of us for staying so quiet about climate and about the environment for the past 3 years. I'm tired of us being so quiet. That's what's wrong with America. That's what's wrong with America. Listen. Put yourself in the, let's go get off script for a second. Put yourself in the position of somebody who works in the White House. Just for fun. 10 different people come to talk to you. 9 of them say, I'm so happy to be here. Oh my God. I'm here representing an environmental group, and can I please have a picture with the president? Can I please? And then number 10 comes in. Number 10 is not from an environmental group. Number 10 is not a fan of the president. Number 10 doesn't want a picture with the president. Number 10 says, we don't want cap and trade, and we will bury you in the 11 swing states if you come near it.